Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the 1.9 patch notes. So in the last set of patch notes, or not last set, last part of the patch notes, we went over, the gameplay sort of stuff that came with 1.9. Talked about the campaign, the sanctuary improvements, all that stuff, world exploration. We talked about the new dinos. We got, a few new dinos and a bunch of new hybrids. Got Hindom Gen 2, Indoraptor Gen 2. And that was all cool and stuff, but now that we're getting into the battle aspects of these changes, it's not fun in games anymore. It's not, sunshine and rainbow. This part is actually kind of dark, so let's get into this. Anyways, before we get into the balancing updates, let's just, talk about some of these new moves and ability updates. So for some ability updates, we got a buff on defensive stance. Now the shield lasts for 2 turns and it results in lower total HP amount for Brontotherium and Elasmotherium. That kind of sucks, honestly. I guess it doesn't suck too much for Brontotherium because Brontotherium literally doesn't have any other move it could use. It sucks for Elasmotherium because, yeah, the HP decrease really sucks for a move that it rarely uses anyways. Moving on to critical impact, this got reworked. Now it's guaranteed to do 1.875, that's a mouthful, times damage. So, it is what it is. 1.5 times damage from guaranteed critical hit, so that's a crit impact rework. Minor rending attack, the rend increased to 34%, rending attack increased to 40%, and then rending takedown increased to 60%, so this is a just general buff on rendings. Rendings, they kind of suck. Well, it really depends on, rending attacks are weird. They could either be, really, really good, or they could just be absolute garbage. So, the Aloe Gen 2 rending one, that's, total garbage. But, if you put rending on one of those, lower base damage dinos, it just becomes so good, right? It's just, this one's just totally based on the dino. So, moving on to passive abilities. So, we got some new passives. We got a bunch of different immune, so we got immune to decel, immune to distract, immune to DOT, immune to stunts, immune to swap prevention. So these are just a bunch of new passives. And then we got a bunch of new abilities as well. Superior vulnerability, so what it does is cleanse, distract. It's a bit hard to see. Let me open the whole image. Stuff's a bit small. Superior vulnerability, cleanse distraction, inflict vulnerability immediately. Vulnerable lasts until the end of next turn. Speed decrease 50% for 1 turn, attack 1 time. This is an absolutely busted move. It just fits so much stuff into this one move, which is kind of crazy. Swap and stunning strike, it's 66, so it's basically swap and stun plus armor piercing strike. And then swap and headbutt is the same except for, it's 0.5 damage. Swap and heals, it's a swap in that heals 25%. Cautious strike, this is basically a better minimal speed up strike. It's basically a minimal speed up strike that dodges for 1 turn and then also reduces your opponent's damage by 50% for 1 turn. So it's a much more better minimal speed up strike. Long decel strike, it's a decel strike but for 2 turns for this teeth up. So moving on, delayed rampage, it's just a rampage with a 1 turn delay. It's really straightforward. It's called just delayed rampage. It's a rampage with a 1 turn delay. Devastation, 3 times damage, 2 turn delay, cooldown 1. It looks cool, but it looks pretty crazy. But then again, 2 turn delay kind of sucks. But then again, flipping back, the only dinos it's on is on the turtle and its hybrid, so it could probably survive to turn 3 before it could use it. It does have a low base stat, so it's not anything crazy. Dig in. Cleanse self, increase speed 10% for 2 turns, shield 50% for 1 turn, heal 25% of max HP. It's not a terrible move, but it's very situational, obviously. Moving on, long defense strike, shield 2 turns, attack times 1, mutual fury, cleanse self, increase damage by 50% for your opponent for 1 turn, and then 2 turns for yourself. And then increased 10% speed for 2 turns. So this is a pretty interesting move. You're basically just waiting to use this move because you can't. So you're just waiting for an opportunity to use this move. So the next turn you could take out your opponent in 1 shot. Then you'll have, I think you still have 1 more turn of ferocious, and then you also have the speed boost. So it's basically a minimal speed up strike with. You know what? Let's just call it what it is. It's minimal speed up impact. It's mutual fury, also known as minimal speed up impact, which also gives your opponent 50% damage. So there's that. All right, moving on. We already talked about these, the new creatures, new hybrids and stuff, and I don't know what the heck's going on with my browser, but it's tripping. It's tripping. So moving on. Creature updates. Ceratopsian got revamped. That's their language, but they basically destroyed these Ceratopsians, honestly. So a lot of them got Swap and Stunning Strike, and then got a Dig In as well, and then got their, you know, stats screwed around with. Most of them have Decel Strike as basic attack. This affects Ionosuchus, Ionosaurus, Monostegostops, Nosutoceratops, Ionoceratops, Stegoceratops, Triceratops, Triceratops Gen 2. And yeah, so instead of making them jack of all trades, they just made them more of a, you know, stun decel type creatures. So anyways, let's go. Oh, immune as well. So they buffed a lot of immune dinos, which, I mean, immune, okay, so this is what they said here. A pass on our internal calculation of immunity revealed that we have overvalued the ability. That is true. However, that does not mean these specific dinos with immune are undervalued. A lot of them are very strong. Magna, very strong. ERLIDOM, very strong. And what they were talking about was, oh, you know, we undervalued them, so we should buff them. Procerathomimus, same thing. They buffed them. They buffed ERLIDOM and Procerathomimus. That's not, like, sure, you overvalued immunity. I agree with that. Doesn't mean you have to buff the, like, top 5 strongest dinos in the game. Anyways, I digress. Let's move on. We're not going to talk about every single dino here. We're just going to skip through these and then just go to the relevant ones. So, Allo and Kylocodon, Allo, Anki Gen 2, and Kentro got a slight HP decrease, so there's that. Ardent to maximum, attack significantly increased to 1.3k, HP increased to 5.4k, gained 15% armor, crit chance increased to 30% like its Brachiosaurus parent. So this is a huge buff to Ardent, obviously. It gives it much more damage and more survivability, even though it already had a lot of survivability. And with its immune, 30% chance to crit, it is, you know, it's now definitely a top tier candidate in the terms of, you know, of the dinos, right? Brown Deuterium, not very relevant, but it got an interesting fix. So got defensive stance, and then HP got the updated defensive stance and got a HP reduction there, as we've talked about a bit earlier, right? So Diplocalus, remove swap and distractions. This is actually pretty big for Diplo, and basic attack becomes distraction, special ability becomes nullifying impact, attack increased to 1.6k. I don't know. The swap and distraction was actually a really great niche thing for it, so there's that. Oh, by the way, shout out to Dwobble. Dimetrodon got a superb attack increase to 1,280, so there's that. Also, Dilo Gen 2 also got swap and distraction move. I don't know what they're trying to do. Do they just want to take out swap and distraction because it was like too good or something? It was good for sure. Swap and distraction was good, but it wasn't like that good to like have Ludia just take it out of the game or whatever. Anyways, moving on. Diplovenator got immune to stuns and immune distraction, which is nice, you know, especially the immune distraction for Diplovenator. Actually, the immune stuns might actually be more important to it, so it doesn't break its chain, right? So, you know, that helps a lot, obviously. The other few immunes, yeah, Diplovenator probably just got the best immunes. Immune to Decel isn't really relevant on Diplovenator. The other ones, DOT doesn't have that much HP, so yeah, this wasn't a bad, well, obviously it's not bad, it got buffed, but yeah, there's that. Anyways, Ionosuchus attributes become attack 900, HP 3000, speed 115, armor 20%, crit 5%, abilities become Decel Strike, Dig In, Greater Stunning Strike, Ferocious Strike, Stop and Stunning Strike. Ionosuchus is like, you know, who the hell's gonna use this, man? Like, this sucks. This sucks. I'm just gonna say, like, Ionosuchus, like, it used to be a really great niche. Well, I wouldn't say it's niche, it's really accessible. It's a really accessible, rare hybrid option that people can use. Probably not in endgames, but, you know, in late, mid-game, you know, it was a really great option. I used it back in the day, right? I had it at a decent level, but now it just kind of sucks. So, moving on, Ionosaurus got similar treatment. All the Ceratopsians got similar treatment. Elasmotherium, with the update to defensive stance, Elasmotherium's HP got reduced to 3,630. That really sucks for Elasmotherium. ERLIDOM, holy crap. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to do this. ERLIDOM was already like a top 5, at least top 5. It could, you know, some can argue like even top 4, top 3 dino in the game. It got its attack increased to 1.6k HP, increased to 3.3k. Ludia, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here? Why would you do this? One of the best times of the game, and then you just made it so much better, more better. Like, why? Anyways, so there's ERLIDOM, absolutely broken right now. Moving on to Erlicospix, got immune to decel. Oh, like, their Erlicospix counters to Nautorax, Dilorach, now they don't counter it anymore. What? Erlicospix didn't have too many counters to begin with, and then you take its like 2 biggest counters out of the picture. Like, what are you doing? Why? like personally, I have these dinos. Like, it's good for me, but like, I don't think it's that great for the balance of the game. Just saying. Anyways, Euphocephalus, interesting, got a HP reduction. I don't know why. Oh well, that kind of sucks. Euphocephalus got like destroyed over like the last 2 patches, but then again, it's not that relevant. Moving on, anything else? Oh, Gemini Titan gains immune, attributes become attack 1.4k, HP 6000, speed 110. Just got a slight, you know, damage decrease and stuff there for immunity, which is, you know, that's a great trade-off, obviously. Gemini Titan was already one of the best Titans in the game, and now it's just got better, so there's that as well. Indominus, attack increased to 1.6k, HP increased to 4.5k. Oh, okay? Well, it's still, you know, Indominus is just Indominus. Got better. Would I say it got like a tier better? Who knows, maybe not. You know, if anything, maybe like low A+ tier, like that might be even stretching it, but anyways. Moving on, Indoraptor gained immune to distraction and immune to stuns. This is great for Indoraptor. Kind of sucks that it didn't get immune to decel instead of like immune to distraction. Like, it's immune to distraction is great, but it already has like cleansing strike. So it would have been better if it got immune to do decel, because that was like its biggest enemy. So that kind of sucks for Indoraptor, but you know, not bad for it either way. Moving on, Magna got an HP increase to 3,750. But then again, you keep in mind that Magna just recently got a HP decrease, so this isn't the biggest deal in the world. Moving on, Monometrodon, superb HP increase to 4.2k, attack increase to 1,150. That helps it a lot. Monometrodon was almost like totally irrelevant, and this may bring it up to like a tier, A- tier or something, maybe B+ tier, I don't know. We'll have to compare the stats. I'm not too worried about the tier list at the moment, just going through all these stats and stuff. Moving on, Monomimus, our favorite meme dino that gets nerfed every single time. Let's see what happened to the Monomimus this patch. Alright, rebuilt as a distracting dodger with a splash of always available nullification. With this combo, it's possible to reduce your opponent's damage to 0 for 1 crucial turn. Abilities become null strike, striking rampage, evasive stance, swap and dodge, keeps her immunity, health increased to 3,150, attack increased to 1,330. It's not bad. It's not great either still, but you know, this kit obviously helps. Attack increased to 1.3. I mean, it does have a rampage nullifier, or not nullifier, multiplier now, but then again, it lost 2 impacts, so I'm not even sure if that's that great of a trade-off. Like, people see the word distracting rampage like it's that big of a deal, but then you also have to remember, it used to have 2 impacts before this, right? The HP reduced to 0 thing is nice with distracting rampage and distracting strike, right? Or, you know, the other way around, but then, yeah, you know what, it's not bad. It's not a terrible update for Monomimus. Monosextop, this thing got totally obliterated. Monosextop is like a top 10 dino in the game. Before this, like, it was like a matchup king. Like, in terms of matchups, it was like almost unsolvable. And now it sucks now. It kind of sucks now. Wow, this is a drastic change here. Attributes become attack 1000, HP 4.2k, speed 117, armor 30%, crit 20%. Abilities become distraction, digging, greater sound of impact, slowing impact, swap, and stunning strike. So, yeah, no, it kind of sucks. That's a huge damage decrease, man. Wow. I mean, swap and stunning strike is nice with the addition of that, but like everything else, and it doesn't have null anymore. Yeah, No, not good. No. Yeah, not good. at face value, it doesn't seem that great. So that's a huge, it seems like a huge nerf for Monostegotops. Moving on, Earth and Mimus attack increased to 1.5k. It doesn't matter. Dude got obliterated by the dodge nerf. What else? Post-Metrodon, superb attack increased to 1.2k. That's good. Terraquetzal, heard your feedback and rebalance this creature. Loses swap and dodge, replace long protection with long defensive strike, or defense strike. Speed increased to 122, which is the average of 2 parent creatures. Finally, with really fast parents, it's finally not as slow as a potato, so that's good, as I guess. Terravex's attack increased to 1.2k, HP increased to 4,140. That's really great, because the biggest problem with Terravex's before was it just doesn't do anything for damage. Hits like a feather. It has decent multipliers, but just doesn't do any damage. Attack increase obviously helps it a lot. Puritator. Rebuilt to be a distraction-focused creature with its irritator ancestry. It has a tool to deal with armored or shielded creatures. Like other raptors, it can be countered by speed control abilities such as Stagamize and Spirity Strike. Obviously, as it was before. Attributes become attack 1.3k, HP 3.3k, 129 speed, crit 20%. Abilities become distraction, pound, distracting impact, DSI. So this isn't bad. It's not too great either, but it's not bad. But it's also not great. The multipliers are good. Multipliers are good for sure. Obviously the biggest thing is, HP, 3.3k. It lost Ready Crush, which, Ready Crush wasn't that great for it, but it was kind of like a signature move for Puritator, so that's kind of sad. But then again, it got a bit better, so there's that. Anyways, moving on, Sinoceratops, one of the better non-hybrids in the game, got obliterated along with all the other Ceratopsians. So rip all the Ceratopsians. Smileless Cephalosaurus gains immune to stuns. Would much rather have it gain immune to decel, but I'll take it. Immune to stun is still great. Spinonyx, immune to decel, HP increased to 4,350. Of all the new immunes added, this one is kind of sort of irrelevant. I mean, it's still good. It's still something, but the impact isn't that great. Stegoceratops, poor thing. Attributes become attack 920, HP 3.9k, speed 112, armor 25%, crit 5%. Abilities become distracting strike, dig, insulting impact, ready starting strike, stop and starting strike. Canotarax, attack creature thwarted all source level with a value of 1,680. So it's a damage increase, not too much. It's almost negligible. So Canotarax, nothing changed here. Thorodolsaur, it got the same level of damage. It's still better than Thorodolsaur, even without the damage increase, so this doesn't matter here. Triceratops, same thing with all the other Ceratopsians. Triceratops, attack increased to 1.3k, HP increased to 4.2k. I don't know, it helps. I mean, Triceratops is already really great in this meta. Another damage increase, HP increase, that's, obviously helps a lot. But then again, a lot of things got better. A lot of its counters got better in this patch. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, since even if they didn't get better, they'd kill it anyways. But oh well. So you know what? I guess that means it's better for it. So at least it could do a bit more damage before it dies. I don't know. Moving on. Velociraptor, attack increased to 1,150, HP reduced to 1,650. So anyways, that's it for the creature balancing. So here's why, before I mentioned, this patch is kind of, honestly, this is probably my second least favorite patch. So here's the thing. This is huge. This is a huge meta rebalancing. Like, the Erlicospix changes, the ERLIDOM changes, Proceratomimus buffs, these are absolutely huge. Magna buffs, like these are Gemini buffs, these are huge buffs. And then the Monostegotops nerf. And like nerfs that aren't on this page, and by that I mean the dinos that didn't change. Dilorachyros didn't change. Dilorachyros is now probably irrelevant. I wouldn't say, irrelevant totally, but like in the, in the top stages, like it's terrible now, Dilorachyros. Like, what the heck? Like, it gets murdered by absolutely everything. So, yeah. yeah, this is a terrible patch. And the reason why, it's not because, you know, it's not because Dilorach and Monostegotops got nerfed. You know, if you want to nerf them, fine. But the problem is, we have boosts right now, and we can't redistribute them. We just got a huge balance patch, and, you know, it happened with 1.8, but then 1.8's patch wasn't that game-changing in comparison to this one. So it wasn't as bad, but like, this is terrible. We don't have stat boost redistributions. Folks who invested into Monostegotops, thank goodness I haven't even created Monostegotops yet, but you know, for folks who did invest into Monostegotops, who invested into Dilorach, like, you're screwed. You're screwed. You're screwed. Like, do you guys know how much money I spent on Dilorach? I spent so much money on that one dino. And it's poop now. It's terrible. I spent so much money on that dino, and it's just bad. I'm taking it off my team, and I spent a lot of freaking money on that dino. It's my most boosted dino on my team, and it sucks now. It sucks now. So, yeah, a lot of people like this patch because, you know, they give us really, you know, we got ERLIDOM Gen 2, Indoraptor Gen 2, you know, that's really cool. Everyone loves Carbo Emmys. New hybrids are great. Got story mode, that's all fun, but like, I mean, stat boosts. We can't redistribute stat boosts. They are what they are, and yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed. Folks who invested into Dilorach, folks who invested into Monostegotops, folks who invested into some other dinos that got much worse this patch, you know, what the heck? What the heck, right? So yeah, mini rant about this patch. Not a huge fan of this patch. Honestly, it's not because of any of this stuff. This stuff is great. I love this stuff. ERLIDOM Gen 2, ERLIDOM Gen 2, that's great. I love Carbo Emmys, right? I love these new moves. I love the sanctuary improvements, the story mode and stuff. And honestly, even the balancing. I love that they boosted Magna, or boosted, or yeah, I guess that's the word, boosted. You know, probably not real. This might be a bit too over the top, but you know, I love some of these small tweaks. I love how they made some of these immunes a bit better, like Dimetrodons, Secodonto. Those are, you know, fun buffs that I do enjoy. But like, you're making like every single patch, these are totally meta shifting, like huge meta shifting changes in balancing, and those who spent so much money, like, and also, it's not just the money, remember, it's not just the money. These boosts are extremely limited. You have to distribute them in a way that benefits your team the most, and if you distribute them wrong, then your whole team is screwed because you can't get them back. You can't get more of them, even if you do have them. Even if you're like the biggest whale in the world, you can't just buy boosts. Like, there's a limited amount. If you were lucky and you didn't spend the boosts on Monostegotops, didn't spend the boosts on Dilorach, then you're set. And if you're unlucky and you spent them on Monostegotops and Dilorach, you're screwed. So that's my little rant about this update. Overall, all this new stuff is great. This one point just really, I guess, it's a deal breaker for me. Not a huge fan of this patch. But anyways, if they never have boost redistributions or refunds or whatever, then it's just gonna keep on happening every single patch. So I guess, I don't know. I don't even know what to do with this game anymore. It's kind of sad. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. Sorry for the rant, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this patch in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't see part 1, I'll leave a link in the comments and description as well, where I talk about all the other stuff, new hybrids, new dinos, the story mode and all that. So again, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.